What's going on, YouTube? Billy Rains here, and today we got a news story to cover, and it has to do with 5 trucking companies getting sued for the recent, you guys have all seen it, the pileup in Fort Worth. If you haven't seen it, go check out Trucker Beetle Bailey. He's got a video on his channel. It was pretty bad. So, anyway, 5 trucking companies getting sued for a total of, well, you know what? Let's talk about it. So anyway, like I said in the intro to the video, you guys have all seen the accident that happened in Fort Worth where you had like the semi come and drive over everybody, and like it was crazy. We're going to be talking about that today, but before I get too far into the video, if you don't mind, smash that like button for me. I appreciate it a lot. Helps me out a lot. So if you could do that, that would be cool. For anybody who doesn't know, really early on the morning of the 11th of February, there was a really bad accident in Fort Worth, Texas on I-35. I think it was northbound. It might have been southbound, but it was on I-35 north of Fort Worth. In the accident, the initial reports were at least 100 vehicles involved, 5 fatalities, and 36 people transported to the hospital. But there was a lawsuit filed 2 days ago, Monday, February 22nd. There was a lawsuit filed. And in the lawsuit, 3 Texas motorists claimed that they were seriously injured in the accident that involved at least 133 vehicles and killed 6 people. The lawsuit accuses 5 trucking companies of improper training of drivers, as well as neglect, hiring, and monitoring. So this is why at these mega carriers that we all work at, that I work at, they give us these training classes about winter driving, distracted driving, all these classes, so that when something like this happens, they can try to cover their ass. I guess this time, they'll probably get out of it this time too, but I know you guys are all here to try to see what these 5 trucking companies getting sued are. Maybe it's your company, you know what I mean? The first one is FedEx. Then GG's Produce Transport, JB Hunt, Rich Logistics, and GO2 Logistics. So those are the 5 companies named in the lawsuit. They also named all 5 drivers in the accident also, or 6. They 6 company drivers. They listed them as John Doe's 1 through 6. The lawsuit is demanding $1 million in damages from the aforementioned trucking companies. The law firm is Arnold Itkin Law Firm. The law firm stated that our customers have suffered serious injuries from multiple bumps, including head injuries and partial bruises. They're currently receiving treatment and medical evaluation. So, in addition to the lawsuit, Texas lawmakers are also calling for an investigation into the way the roads were treated, which from what I understand, they weren't really. But this accident occurred, this storm rolled in quick, and I don't know if it's really easy to put a fault on somebody or the road conditions or whatever. This is Texas, and we don't do this kind of stuff very often. So, and that's not like an excuse or anything. Thing is, if you're in Texas and weather like that hit, you need to shut down because the roads aren't cut out for it. They're not made for it. It's not like 80 or 70 or 90 or any of these northern roads where it can be crazy conditions and you can still drive on it. Texas just isn't like that. That's why we had so many accidents. Sorry the reefer noise is blasting, but I just wanted to interject right here. Let me know down in the comments down below, whose fault do you think it was? Do you think it was the state of Texas for not having the roads treated? Do you think it was the drivers for not shutting down? Or do you think it was the companies for not training the drivers properly? Or do you think it was something else? Let me know down in the comments down below. But, this is why when the weather's bad, you should just shut down. When the road conditions are shit, shut it down. I know you guys hear it all the time. no load is worth your life. If things are bad, shut it down. All that's true. There's no amount of money that you could put on it. Like, I've got a buddy named Andrew on here. I was going to make this whole video, but this news story, it's kind of the same kind of thing. He got into, like, his vehicle flipped. It's not the same thing. He was up in Nebraska. The wind blew. His truck fell over. He shouldn't have been driving, but he was trying to get to the next load. I think a lot of us, especially company drivers who get paid by the mile, we're just trying to feed our families, all this stuff. We get caught up in we got to get the next load. We got to get the next load. We got to get the next load. We got to deliver this. Because if we shut down for a few days, that kills our week. If we don't get the mileage, we're done. It's kind of why people think they should get paid by the hour. I'm not going to get into all that in this video, and my buddy Andrew, he's out of a job now because of it. Nothing of his own fault. Should he have been driving? Probably not. Trying to get that next load, it is what it is. Because of a decision he made, he didn't have a job anymore. Even if you're in the right, which he probably wasn't, but even if you are, and there's nothing you could have done about it besides shut down, the company's going to fire you. They have to. If you damage a piece of equipment beyond repair, like their insurance, probably, you have to get fired. You know what I mean? So remember that. That next load could help your paycheck, but at the end of the day, is that next paycheck matter more than your job? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have a job, you can't make a living anyway. So just think about these things, guys. But yeah, those are the 5 companies. Just wrap it back up. The 5 companies were FedEx, GG's Produce Transport, JB Hunt, Rich Logistics, and GO2 Logistics. Never drove for any of those companies, so it is what it is. Appreciate you guys tuning in the video. Check out the stuff down in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.